Alex, you're one of the top pitchers on the team. How many starts have you had so far this year?
I know I'm starting too, but I've come in and closed a lot of games.
Well, is that something different that you're doing this year, or have you always been kind of swinging back and forth from starter to relief?
No, they put me on a pitching schedule this year, and some nights just fall in where I need to come in and throw an inning or two, and it might be a game-winning win. They just bring me in to throw.
Now, what about your relationship with your coaches? I mean, are they extra hard on you, or do they think they can get a little tougher on you because they know that if you talk back that you've got to face the music at home?
Yeah, I know. I guess.
Don't lie.
Our parents, I guess, want us to be kind of the leaders or something. If they enforce the rules against us, and makes the other players look like they can't talk back to the coaches either. So they don't want us to have special privileges.
Well, now, who is pitching tonight? Do you know who's going to be the starter?
Probably Trevor Ritchie.
Trevor, and do you expect you will get some innings in relief, or
I'll probably come back tomorrow.
Okay.
Ryan will come in tonight.
Does that kind of go like a typical baseball team? It's just the situation that if a pitcher's hot, doing well, keeping his pitch count down, and leave him in there, or do you guys try to kind of have a set regimen for when you bring in relievers?
They just sometimes if you run out of gas, they bring them in, or if it's like if we have another game the next night, you might throw 1 or 2 innings that night if you need to.
Now, how do you feel about is it a big adjustment to you this year, where school's out so early that you're having to try to find a new routine to replace the daily routine of school?
No, you can rest before the ball games now and get up and not worry about having to rush back home and get yourself to run over to the field.
And we don't have a schedule on hand, but how many games, or when is the season set to end and wrap up the regular season? Do you know?
I think May the 18th.
May the 18th, so you still got almost 3 weeks of baseball left before we even start the postseason. And do we know, are you going to be hosting the district here in Jackson this year?
Yes.
Okay. And I guess Riverside didn't field a team this year, so it's a 3-team district, and sometimes there's always seems to be a lot of confusion about that, but if I understand it right, maybe you guys can help me here if you know, the format for a 3-team district is you have a draw, and you're not seeding this year, are you? You have a draw, and if one team wins the first game, then if the loser plays the other team and wins, you don't have a district championship game. But if the loser plays the second game and loses again, then the 2 teams that haven't met play the district championship game. Now, I think I outlined that right. You guys know?
I wouldn't have any idea.
No, well, okay. Well, maybe we can check up with our athletic director, Coach Holcomb, when he comes over in a week or 2. But also, we don't want to forget to mention, too, the girls and softball team, their season continues on. And, of course, they're playing over there at the same facility. And as WJSN has done before, sometimes you even have games at the same time. And I think they've done a simulcast of a baseball and softball game at one time. But if you're if you got kids playing or fans of both the boys and the girls, every now and then there's an opportunity to see you both playing at the same time. And any of you guys ever caught yourself out there in the outfield, kind of looking over the fence, seeing what's going on at the girls' game, and maybe getting caught a little off guard?
Yeah, plenty of times.
Does that lead to a little difficulty when you get back in to face the coaches?
No, it's usually just a quick glance, just to see what's going on.
Yeah. But now, the way the field's set up over there, I guess, most of you guys are right-handed hitters, but Alex, you hit left. I know you throw it. There's a chance that you could maybe poke one out and get it over there on the girls' softball field if you really got a hold of one, isn't it?
Possibly.
How many times has that happened in your career?
Once.
Once? I don't know. I see some zeros being held up around
Jackson City.
Okay. Well, but what about, what kind of team do you guys have this year? Do you have a lot of sluggers, or are you station-to-station baseball team?
With those bats, it's just, we'll take batting practice with the old bats, and it's where we got stronger over the years. We can start hitting them out in practice, but when we get to those bats, it knocks down 10, 20, 30 foot off each swing.
Well, tell us about the new bats. I mean, is this something that they've changed up out of safety considerations, or what is it?
They're BB Corps certified bats. I guess last year there was a lot of injuries and deaths with those old bats for them being too hot, I guess. And they kind of changed the insides of the bats and made them less pop off the ends of the bat when you hit them, and I guess it kind of just took off the power, the trying to hit the ball over the fence, and more of the putting it in the gaps and playing station baseball.
Okay, guys, we'll come right back.